What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Adventure Outpost. In tonight's adventure, we are going to be counting down our most anticipated for the month of May. We have 9 big movies pretty much that are coming out between streaming and the theatrical release, and we are going to rank them all up right down here today and see just what I am most excited for. And kicking this off the list, we're going to dive right into it at number 9 is Downton Abbey. Whatever the hell the subtitle is. I've never watched the show, so clearly I wouldn't be excited for the movie. I have no idea what's even going on. I've seen the trailer for the movie, and it looks wildly silly. I may check it out. It sounds very funny to me, the idea of never having watched the show or the first movie, and then just going and watching this one and seeing if you can even follow along or understand what's going on. So I may do it, so it's possible. But coming in and dead last is Downton Abbey. Dropping in next is a Disney Plus original called Sneakerella. Just what everybody needed once again is another spin on Cinderella. You know, the huge woke feminist one that got released last year with Camille Cabella or whatever the hell her name wasn't good enough for us. We need to continue this trend. And now we've got Sneakerella. I haven't seen a trailer or a description. I've really only seen a poster with a dude on like the back of like a car, I think it was, and with just his shoes, and it was just like, this is gonna be something. It literally only falls in front of Downton Abbey simply because there's too much lore of Downton Abbey to follow along with, so that one's gotta be last place. But like, I really wanted to put this one last place. This movie sounds terrible, and it's going to be a slog to get through. Up next after that is the Rebel Wilson Netflix movie Senior Year. A movie about Rebel Wilson who falls into a coma when she's in high school and misses out on her prom. So when she comes out of the coma, I think whatever, like 20 something years later or whatever it is, she decides to like re-enroll in high school so that she can get a prom. It sounds ludicrously silly, but it might have a few laughs hidden in there somewhere, so we'll check it out. Dropping in next in 6th place is the newest Stephen King adaptation, Firestarter. I'm a huge Stephen King fan, so clearly, like, I'm always going to be down for an adaptation. It drops to 6 simply because there's so much more other stuff coming out that I'm more excited for. And I thought the one with Drew Barrymore in the 80s was fine. This wasn't really a movie that I really felt we needed to remake and redo, but obviously we're going to because we're in the fucking superhero craze that we're in. So anytime they can kind of milk that superhero formula, they're going to do it ad nauseum. So naturally, a Firestarter remake was never too far away in the canon. It looks like it'll be fine. The trailer seems fine enough. You got Zac Efron in there, and then I think Red Foreman was like hidden in there somewhere too. So it looks like it'll be decent. Hopefully we get the level of storytelling from the original with just some better updated effects, but it remains to be seen. Stephen King adaptations always tend to go one of two ways. They either end up being really good or they end up being really bad. There's never anywhere in between. So we'll see where this one lands next Friday. Up next is the film to the animated classic, the Bob's Burgers movie. I was a big Bob's Burger fan when it was on TV, so obviously I'm super excited for the movie. I don't know if I ever really needed a movie though. Like, I love the TV show, but there was never any point of me that was like, you know what we need? A Bob's Burgers movie. But it's here, we've got it now, and I'm not gonna complain about it. I'm sure, give me it, we'll watch it, why the fuck not? So it looks fine. The trailer doesn't really give you much to go on. It's just very like usual Bob's Burger weirdness, but doesn't really give much to you about a plot or anything. So that kind of like brings it down a few pegs for me and like what I'm most anticipated for. But I still think it'll end up being a pretty fun animated movie that'll be a nice juxtaposition against the like more family friendly animated movies that we're getting. Like, this will be a nice little, like, it's not like South Park level of crass, but like it's right there in between. So it'll be a nice little bridge. Dropping in at number 4 is the movie that might send all you MCU shills running to the hills. That's right, my 4th anticipated movie. Only 4th is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And it's a shame because as I'm making this video of my most anticipated, I've actually already seen Doctor Strange. I was able to catch an early screening of it at my theater once we were able to watch it. And honestly, I should have like I feel like I could have put it down more places, like literally probably under Firestarter. But if I really were to go back and go off of just on the trailer alone, it still hits this spot simply because the trailer does leave you pretty enticed for what could come. Even though I knew it would end up falling short of the trailer simply because the Marvel movie, I'm not a big superhero guy. I have never been the biggest fan of those movies. They're entertaining, they're fun, sure, but then at this point, this late in the game, it's all overkill. It's the same movie every time. We're not getting anything new in the bank here. And it's certainly, even though we're getting multiverse madness where they're going into other dimensions and stuff, it's still the same formula. It's the same fucking movie, 23, 24 films in now. You're not getting much variety, so it's just not very exciting to me. But based off the trailer alone, I still have to put it here in fourth place. Number three is a movie I never thought in a million years I'd ever actually want. It's Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. It's when they first announced this, I was like, "You get the fuck out of here!" Like, absolutely not. And it's not even voiced by the original Chip 'n Dale. It's freaking Andy Samberg and what's his name? I can't think of his name, but he was fucking Spider Ham. It's just like, get out of here. But then the trailer dropped, the two trailers, and I was like, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. It's the like Who Framed Roger Rabbit sequel that we didn't know we wanted. Like, it has so many clever bits in the trailer that like actually seem like they took the time to create like an actual story here. Like, I thought it was very funny poking fun at the CGI of today's era, where it's like Dale wants the upgrade and he upgrades himself to CGI. Like, that's a really clever joke, I think. And so the trailer so far have just been littered with clever jokes like that. That this looks like it could actually be like a sleeper hit for the summer. Like, it looks like it could be a movie that ends up being way better than it had any right to be. And it's so far those trailers are getting me really hyped for it. So it's dropping in here number three because I loved that TV show when I was a kid. I still catch some episodes every now and again on Disney Plus whenever I'm just looking for something on in the background. So this could end up being the sleeper pick of the summer. I'm calling it here right now. Number two looks like one creepy fucking movie, and it is Alex Garland's return to the silver screen with the movie Men. This movie looks wild. It looks like it's gonna be a fucking trip. Like, all the dudes look creepy as fuck in it. The girl, I don't remember what her name is. She looks like she's gonna put in a powerhouse performance. Like, they're gonna put her through the fucking ringer in that movie. The trailer doesn't really give you a lot to go on, but that's almost to its advantage. Like, I like that it's just like a little tease, but it's a creepy enough tease that it really hooks you into this idea that this movie is gonna be a fucking wild trip. So I am super excited for this movie. We got 2 weeks to go, and I can't wait. But there can only be one, and it is our man, Tom Cruise, finally returning back to the silver screen. It has been so long since we've seen our action superstar back on the silver screen, and I, for one, cannot. I am so excited. I fucking love Tom Cruise as an actor. He is a fucking action superstar, and this man will always go above and beyond to entertain us. The practical effects work in Top Gun is going to be insane. I cannot wait for Top Gun Maverick. It is going to be an incredible movie. If it can have great practical effects work and retain just even an inch of that really cheesy 80s nostalgia, it's going to be one hell of a movie. I just watched the original the other day to prep myself for this one, and I forgot, I'm just knocking shit over, I forgot just how silly and cheesy that first movie is, and I really hope they could hold on to some of that cheese in this new one. But from the trailer, it just looks epic. You got a great cast of people in it. It looks like they went above and beyond to do these crazy practical effects work with the jets. It's going to be one hell of a movie, and it is one of the last few holdover movies from 2020 that we've been waiting for. Top Gun and I think Minions are the last two. So it's going to be great to finally get this one. I, for one, am so excited for this movie. We have been waiting for years, and I can't wait to finally see Tom Cruise on the silver screen again. And that is my list. Theatrically, there's not really much. There's really only four of those movies are theatrically released. It's crazy how there used to be like at least two big movies you'd get every week. in May for the start of the summer movie season, and we've got barely anything this year. We're really going back to that old school way of releasing movies where it's just like not as much is coming out week to week. And honestly, I think that's a good thing. It gives these movies more time to breathe, gives them more of a chance to make some money in there. I mean, clearly Doctor Strange is going to make its fucking money. Like we know that's going to happen. But for movies like Top Gun or for Men or for Bob's Burgers, like it gives these movies a chance to get some butts in the seat and to make some dollars because they'll have breathing room before the next big movie comes out. Like I think Men comes out and Bob's Burgers and Top Gun all come out right around Memorial Day, and they'll have 2-3 weeks to run before Jurassic World comes out. So that's good for them. Normally you'd have 7 days before the next big movie comes out, and it's like you better get asses in the seat in the first weekend or you're fucked. Now they have a little bit more room to breathe, so it's interesting to watch and see how the box office plays out these days. But it's going to be a great May. I'm very excited to see all these movies and catch us back here at the end of May where we rank up just where all these movies ended up landing and my personal taste. But that'll do it for all of us here at the Outpost tonight. Until the next adventure, you have been you, I have been me. These are the movies we love, and until next time, adventure on.